Somehow my mic always gets adjusted.
It gets droopy. Droopy. Like it's... Never mind. And that's an intro.
Thank you for being the intro. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to The Subject Matter. I'm your host, Stephen Jenkins, here with your co-host, Mr. Jonathan Dayton, and our special guest, Mr. Trevor McCabe. We are experts in nothing here to give you our thoughts and opinions on all of it. This officially makes Trevor McCabe the most viewed, or most featured guest on the podcast.
I'm back, baby.
If we're including the, which we are, including the conspiracy theory episode, I believe this is 4.
This is 4, yes.
Yeah, so 4, which means one per season at least, and then season 1 had 2, because that was the conspiracy theory episode. So, Aiden Sanzabal, he has officially beat you out. Well, technically, Aiden had a 2-parter. So, do we count that?
Yeah.
Do we count that?
That's only one appearance. I mean, that's the same
right.
episode.
It's the same episode. So,
okay, fair enough.
let us know down in the comments what you think.
Are we tied or are we?
Are you tied or is he ahead by 1? So we'll figure that out. We will also figure out what the heck we're going to talk about tonight, because we don't necessarily have a full thing. We had a couple of news stories we might talk about. Elon officially bought Twitter. He's thinking about bringing back Vine.
I saw that poll,
which makes me so excited.
The poll with Mr. Beast today
do
about
we want
Vine.
Vine back, though?
Yes, we do. Vine is... We don't have much of a presence on TikTok right now, but hopefully we will soon. Vine is a million times better.
Oh, 100%.
I so prefer short form video than long form video.
I agree, but also, will Vine ever reach what it was back when it died?
Probably not, but does it matter?
I think it has a chance to at least regain some momentum. With Elon behind it, anything will gain traction.
I also think that Vine kind of got killed a little too soon.
It did.
It didn't extend its lifespan. There was so much more stuff you could have done with it, and I never actually really got to use it. I just joined in at the very end, watching all the people who did different, talking about it, how the platform worked and everything. And I'm excited because it's much easier, at least for me, not for anybody else, but for me, it's much easier to create 6-second videos than it is to create a 3-minute long or a minute long type of thing. So that should be fun, and we'll get to add more socials to our list at the end of each episode if we do that. But yeah, so Trevor, what are we talking about tonight? I know I've asked you this a million times, and we don't really have anything specific.
Well, we're gonna start at least.
Let's go with some news stories. We got Elon buying Twitter.
Right.
We got Tom Brady. He's finally divorced.
Yep.
That's happening.
Explain that story to me, sports person. I don't know anything about that, really.
Tom Brady retired from football, which was a huge story, and then he came back from football, and kind of, in a way, ditched his family and left his family on the sideline.
Okay.
Because I guess the moral there, or I guess the story there was the fact that when he retired from football, it was to spend more time with his family. And of course, that brings along some drama when you come back to sports, because when you play professional football, your whole life is professional football. And your family is kind of secondary. Unfortunately, that's just kind of how it is. There was some drama about the relationship there, and who was right and who was wrong, and who's spending more time with other people, and you never know. But officially, they are divorced. He did have though an interview, and I don't remember the full. I didn't watch the full interview, so I can't sit here and say that I'm expert on it. And the podcast says that I'm not an expert on it, but he mentioned something about the military and like his relationship and going back to football was kind of like him leaving to go to the military, and it was hard for me to sit there and listen to him comparing himself to going to a country. But I
don't know. I don't think getting paid like $2 million a game or whatever.
It's more than that.
Precisely my point. I don't think that equates to possibly dying for your country. But if that's, we're not going to say that's what he said because we don't technically know that that's what he said.
Yeah. We'll look at this story and put it in the comments.
I do think in all those celebrity relationships, which Addie's not here to talk about the, George Foreman, Blake Lively relationship. But, I think in those relationships, no one knows the full story. No one has any idea what's actually going on, what the reasoning behind a lot of stuff was, because, people can misreport. It's never quite the same thing. I could never do a relationship over social media like that. It's just, or a public
relationship like that.
Yeah, you just couldn't.
It's tough.
Could you?
I couldn't do a public one like that, but, something that I've learned from politics and, just being in the career field that I am, social media has its place to be very beneficial when I use it a lot, but also you have to take into account that other people's opinions shouldn't matter to your own relationship and to your own life. Mm-hmm. And there's a lot of keyboard warriors out there that will tell you what they think, and they have absolutely zero place to tell you what they think.
In that, because you've been married for how many years now?
Going on 5.
Going on 5. So in that, how does social media stuff affect a relationship
a lot.
That?
A lot. It doesn't matter if you're famous or you're not famous. It affects and reflects and has an impact on your relationship pretty significantly. And you wouldn't expect it to. And even if you say you don't use social media that often, and I know a lot of people that don't use it that often, it still affects everything.
Yeah.
Everything.
Trevor?
Yes.
Social media, thoughts, relationships.
Yeah,
Tom Brady.
I mean, Tom Brady. First things first. He should not have come out of retirement. That poor guy.
Agreed.
I don't follow football that much, but
nor do I.
Also, I keep up. I'm around people who keep up with it enough to know that this guy should have. He has how many Super Bowls at this point?
Like 6 or 7.
7, I think it's 7. Like, buddy, Just
stay there.
Stay home.
Hall of Famer. You're good.
Yeah,
you're golden.
But yeah, no. I definitely think social media is taking toll on, especially celebrity relationships. Now, celebrity relationships also tend to have a lot more people adding, like you said, adding our comments in there.
Press and paparazzi don't help.
The problem too, though, is that I think a lot of celebrity relationships are done for that social media attention. You know what I mean? Like, almost as like a publicity stunt.
So,
in certain cases.
I have mixed emotions there about social media. I found that people, sometimes famous relationships do have it as a stunt where they want that press to, gain more reputation and followers and status. Mm-hmm. And even personally, I found it weird because I don't care how many people like my stuff or comment my stuff. And actually, I posted something not too long ago and I actually turned the comments off because I didn't want comments. But there's a lot of people that have that, even locally, that, have that same mindset where they want that attention. Mm-hmm. And when you're on social media because you want attention, famous or not famous, you're not on it for the right reasons.
Agreed.
And it throws lots of wrenches into what you make and what you perceive, because there's a lot of photos out there that look really good on photos, but reality is it's not that way behind the scenes. And that's what people fail to forget.
That's something else we can talk about is the new social media app, Be Real. Because I have some thoughts on that.
I like Be Real.
I'm mixed.
I don't know Be Real. I know people who use Be Real, but I don't use it.
Okay.
You need to get it.
So, do you know how it works?
I know how it's every time. Like, is it every... How long is this
Once
time
a day.
period?
Once a day.
It's once a day?
Yeah.
Randomly.
And it could essentially... Because, like, sometimes it'll go off at, like, midnight.
Yeah, it's not...
And then it goes off at, like...
There's not a 24-hour timer.
It's not a 24-hour timer. It's once a day,
Right. Gotcha.
whatever time period that is. I've been forgetting the last couple days personally. So for those who don't know, Be Real, the way this works is you get a notification. It says you have 2 minutes to be real. And you just take a picture and the camera takes a picture with your front-facing and rear-facing camera. Wherever you are, you open an app up, click the thing, and then you can't see anybody else's posts until you've posted.
Post one yourself, yeah.
Okay? So that prevents the lurkers that just want to sit there and see what everybody else is up to without participating themselves.
Yeah, right.
And so that's the app. That's basically how it works. You have people who are your friends, or you can have the same thing with all social media's privacy settings and who can see your stuff and whatever. And I like the concept. I like what they're going for of trying to be real and show what your life is actually like. Couple of issues that I have with it. One is the timing of a lot of them. My sister and I both noticed this. For like 5 days straight, it always did it between the hour of 9 and midnight. And everybody's basically doing the exact same thing pretty much. A lot of people are in the same spot.
Chill.
Like in the same spot on the couch or in your bed or whatever, doing whatever. It's so that's a minor issue. That's not really anything big. My problem with it is there's a couple of ways, and I participated in them myself. There's a couple of ways to get around the trying to be real aspect of the app. The first thing is when you take your picture with your front-facing camera, there's a little bit of a delay, and you are able to, because you want to take a picture of your surroundings like this straight, but you want a better angle for your selfie, so you can there's a chance to move it a little bit and make yourself look nicer in the actual selfie picture. The other thing is that there's a 2-minute. I think the 2-minute window is good because okay, maybe you need time to get your phone out or whatever. The problem is that after that 2 minutes is up, you can still post later. It just says late on it, which to me defeats the whole purpose, because that even though you're posting late, that still gives you a chance to post and set up whatever you need to do. Take your time until you're in a place that you actually want to post. So it's still less real because no one's going to, unless you're an interesting individual, which I personally laugh at these people, but some people will post while they're on the toilet. I think that's hilarious. I want more people to do it because it makes me laugh. Okay? Not showing anything, obviously, but just clearly they're in their bathroom. Hey, you're here, right? That's funny to me, but most people aren't going to do that. Most people aren't going to do that when they're in a compromised situation. Not that I want to see that, but it still doesn't give people a reason to truly be real in that context.
I concur with everything you just said. I have, however, noticed, at least the friends that I have on there, and I've said for 3 weeks now we need to add you, but I've never we've never added each other yet.
I probably haven't posted in 3 weeks.
That most people on there are usually being real, not just from the friends that I have on there. I don't have other people that I don't know. It's just people that I actually know. Usually they're at work, they're at school, they're in a lecture hall, they're driving, which you shouldn't use your phone while driving, but they're driving. So I mean, they're actually being real. But you can, I guess, you could fudge it to where you change the angle of the camera, make it look better. Actually, take a picture, you don't like it, X out of it.
Well, that's the other thing too. You can retake the picture if you want.
Retake the picture again,
which I'm on the fence about.
I see where that could be a problem for people, but the people that I have on there, it doesn't seem to be a problem.
Makes sense.
But
Trevor?
I haven't used it. I know people who do it, and does it happen? It happens at the same time for everybody, or is it
the same time for everybody? Yeah, that's.
I thought so because I know, like, I have friends who are like, "It's Be Real," and then everybody gets
everybody does it. Yeah, which I like that aspect to it. Again, though, there is that point, like, yeah, but it isn't necessarily the same for everybody because they all can just wait if they want to.
They want to,
know what I mean? So not everybody's posting at the exact same time. I don't know how it works with time zones. I guess it is everybody at the same time, so no matter what time zone you're in, it's always the same. Which, in that circumstance, I get it. You're not going to want to do 3 p.m. for people in America because then people in other countries aren't going to be able to, because that's what they're like. That'll be like 8 p.m. or whatever, just a different time zones. They can be different, but maybe just not the same one each day because you're oftentimes in the same spot.
Right. I don't know. I think I don't know if I would get it, but I'd be interested to see what it is.
It's an easy one. It's not one that sucks you in. It's not addictive.
It can't suck you in because once you see other people's Be Reals, it takes like 60 seconds. You're done for the entire day. There's no going back to it unless it's a picture that really intrigues you. You want to show somebody. But I have not done that once where I'm like, I need to go back and see that picture of that person and what they're doing again.
Right. There's no scrolling. There's a Discover page, but all it is just a bunch of other strangers doing the exact same thing. There's no, what's this video? Here's a meme. It's none of that. It's a little bit different.
I never got Instagram.
I know you don't.
I know.
Because, well, one, I was a stubborn little teenager.
Usually that's the other way around.
No, I was a stubborn preteen because everybody was like, you should get Instagram because it was, of course, the thing.
It was a thing.
And I was like, Why? Why do I have Instagram? Because I knew if I got it, I'd just end up getting sucked in, and it would just be another thing that I'd use and scroll and all that stuff. So I never end up getting it. So I have Twitter. I don't use it. I might use it more now that Elon bought it. But
we all will use it more than Elon bought it.
I don't. I have a Twitter. It's a hidden Twitter. I don't really do anything on it.
Speaking of being real,
as we were saying before that happened,
Instagram.
We'll keep a part of it in there so to see what's going on.
I have a secret Twitter. I have a secret Facebook, but I don't do anything on them. So like, I don't really I understand because like I understand the scrolling and kind of getting sucked into it, but I do think it's good to not have that to add on to, for Be Real. But
what social media do you use the most, Steven?
What do I post on more?
Just use in general.
Probably TikTok across the board.
Okay,
I think TikTok. It's just easy to scroll. It's easy to just forget, like, and then like look up 30 minutes later, and it's not good. No. Admittedly, it's not good.
It'll tell you when you take a break. It tells you to take a break.
Well,
yeah, and then it makes me want to take a break less, honestly, because I'm like, I can keep going.
Yeah, I'm the same way.
I go on Instagram. Instagram has it's gotten worse. The reels don't work for me because they're trying to copy TikTok.
Well, Instagram has always been take this, take that from popular places and try and make it something. But
yes, which it doesn't. It did well with a lot of other stuff. I think it did stories from Snapchat well.
It
took like the videos and stuff, but the reels just don't. Everything that makes TikTok flow and be user friendly, Instagram did it incorrectly, because tapping the video does what tapping a regular video on Instagram will do, which is just mute it or unmute it. And what's convenient about TikTok is that you can tap the video and pause it. Mm-hmm. Also, just a little minor thing, when you scroll away on TikTok and then you scroll back, it starts the video over. Whereas on Instagram, you scroll away, it scrolls back, it keeps your place. So you have to wait for the entire video to be over to start it over if you missed something, which sucks for me because oftentimes it's like I'll be just kind of zoned out. It's like, oh, wait, what was that? And then you want to scroll back, but you missed that important part. Also, the algorithm for Instagram is not as good for Reels as it is on TikTok. They also, algorithm-wise, just have made it so that every time you post something as a reel, it gets 1 million more views. Now, I don't post, my Instagram isn't public, but a reel will get 1 million more views than a regular video or regular post, which has resulted in this stupid thing that people do where they will post a plain meme as a 1-second reel video. And another thing that Instagram does is anytime a video finishes, it automatically scrolls to the next one. No, I don't want to do that. I want to watch that again. Right. Or I want to keep reading that one little video meme. So it'll be like, wait, what's the meme? And then it scrolls, and you got to scroll back, and you can't pause it because all it does is mute the video. That's my Instagram rant. Instagram, you need to fix your dang reels.
Instagram rant.
I hate it. I hate reels. Reels. Oh, and then you probably get this. I don't know if because you don't have Instagram, so you don't get this. You get the TikTok naysayers who sit there on Reels all day, and they send you Reels that have been on TikTok for months, if not years. I had a friend who's been on the podcast, who's probably watching the episode, who consistently will send me Reels, and I'll say, I've seen it. The other day, he sent me one that I saw, I kid you not, 1.5 years ago on TikTok, and he's like, this is really funny. I'm like, yeah, it is. Where have you been? It's been 1.5 years since this video was popular, let alone when it actually was originally created on TikTok.
Yeah.
Those people, I swear. But that's my other rant. Instagram has been letting me down recently.
I think Instagram is the lowest. In my opinion, of like the popular social, well, I don't know, Facebook is just like...
I'm sorry, but, I'm not going to do that because we get a lot of listeners from Facebook. But Facebook doesn't appeal to me that much.
I use Facebook more than any other social media platform.
I know you do.
And that's just because it's me. And a lot of it's professional, not necessarily personal, but I still use Facebook considerably more. I found Instagram to be more fake now than what it used to be. It used to be where the content was very wholesome. Like, social media should be wholesome content. But now it's just people on there that are posing in fake places or fake ways, and it's just, they try to make it so overdone with the photographs that to me, it doesn't matter to me anymore. And I'm not going to go here into genders, but it's usually the females. It's like, I don't care that your makeup's done and you have the perfect filter and you have the perfect angle and the sunlight's perfect. I don't care about any of that.
My favorite is when they'll post a picture that's specifically of them with a caption like, I just love trees. It's like, you're posting a close-up of your face. The tree is like this much of the picture. Yep. Yeah, that's the focus of the picture. Yeah. Well, and Instagram too has gotten, there's just so many bots and bot accounts that just repost the same memes over and over again, or they comment on your posts every single time you post something for your podcast from multiple different accounts saying promoted on @Reality Records. Go to our Instagram. Those are all the comments we get on our posts on Instagram. Yeah. Every single one. We're calling you out. I don't know if Reality Records is a real thing. Doesn't matter. You have a lot of bots. I'm going, this is just Steven rants today.
I love it. No, it's great.
No, it's good though. I mean, I think all social media platforms have their place. It's just finding their right niche and their place is important. I will agree with Steven heartily. So I have a friend that sends me memes about Instagram Reels and TikTok.
I'm pretty sure, because I have two of them, and I'm pretty sure my other one is the same one that you're talking about.
Other one's the same one, but this one that I'm specifically talking about, it's not.
Okay.
And I love her to death because she sends it to me every time, like once every month, and I when I see it, I laugh every single time, and I expect it and I wouldn't want it to stop. But she sends me the same, every meme that she sees about Instagram Reels in a certain generation, and we're just TikTok in this generation. It just makes me laugh because I don't understand why people just can't understand the concept of TikTok, and they revert back to Reels.
Yeah,
I just find that funny. And I know she's not listening to this, but if she was, then it's not a dig at you. It's just funny. it's a funny thing, and I would not expect you to stop sending me your memes.
You kind of miss it a little bit, maybe.
Instagram Reels. However, TikTok is extremely more relevant than Instagram Reels, and so it's gotten worse.
And it's just user friendly.
It is
user friendly. Now I have a question.
Yes.
Because I did an assignment for school that was 24 hours without social media. And I don't really use. I
sent you some messages for that one.
Oh, I got back on my social media. So I did it at 11:14 because I did it before I went to bed because I knew it was sleeping would offset the weirdness of not having social media. And so I wake up, I do the day, it's fine, whatever. And I get on my phone 11:14. I had to delete the apps, so I re-download the apps. I log in. And this man he sent me a good easily 150 messages just about everything. I'm like,
just ramble.
I want to duly noted. I read through every single message.
I know you did.
I read through. Some of them were just like the GIFs that he could just
tap quick, just get them all out. I was actually editing the podcast at the time, and I saw him post that, and I believe I started off with "Hello, Trevor." You understand that?
Right, hold on, I gotta
pull it out.
I gotta pull it up. It's just.
I know this is a sidebar. You were saying something else, but
no, hold on. He sent me so much.
So
Look
much
at this
stuff.
Hold on. This is all that he sent me. He sent me "Don't hug me, I'm scared." He sent me all
every single "Don't hug me, I'm scared" video.
Hey Trev, just saw your story post. An admiral.
This is not for the record. This is not all in one text. This is a bunch of separate texts.
So I saw your story post. An admiral endeavored to try, however, being the butthole that I am, and that you quite frequently cannot fault me for being, I have decided that I will take full advantage of this situation. I hope that you understand. I do this out of love and also necessity. With that in mind, enjoy the following. Disclaimer. Even I do not know what's about to happen.
That would be Steven. This is our friendship.
Yep.
No, that's great. It's absolutely great. But, so I had to delete all the social media. So I deleted, the worst thing was I had to delete like Facebook and Twitter, and I was like, what's my password
to get back in?
I don't remember. Anyway, I figured that all out, whatever. But they had me delete YouTube. Is YouTube a social media platform?
Yes.
It's become more of one.
Yes.
It's because of the shorts is what my brain was. It's because of shorts, and it's basically TikTok and Instagram Reels. You can scroll through them forever. I don't, but,
It's also, too, that if you've deleted everything else, YouTube is a pretty easy one to go to get just as sucked in.
Right.
And go on the same rabbit trails that you do on TikTok.
So I talk about this in my class when I go around the country talking to individuals. Usually it's people that are 40 plus, and I say, "What's your definition of social media?" And then I ask them, what's the most popular social media? And YouTube is one of them, one of the top 10. And almost all of them say YouTube in some sort of fashion. But then I ask them what the definition of social media is. And when I think of it as a mode of communication, right? In YouTube, you're communicating some type of video content to your user. And so under that definition of itself, I would consider YouTube social media.
Yeah. It's not so much interacting with friends as much.
Yes.
But even TikTok, I don't interact with a lot of friends. I'll maybe occasionally
send them a video, but I don't chat with them on there.
Right. And I honestly, there are only a few times where I will actually tolerate actual text communication over anything but Snapchat. I personally don't like Instagram DMs. I don't like chatting with people over that. I don't like chatting over. It depends on the situation, but I generally don't like chatting over Facebook, and I for sure don't like chatting over TikTok direct messages because just Snapchat me.
TikTok, I don't use that often. Facebook Messenger, probably a number one for me. I use that. I don't personally use that as much, but people message me on there.
On there, yeah.
More often because if they need me and they don't know my personal cell phone number, they have me on.
Which in those circumstances I don't mind, but then I'm usually going to be like, hey, why don't you text? Here's my number. Why don't you text me?
Yeah, I also do that too, but they still end up doing because it's more convenient for them, and which is fine. I have no issues with any of that. But I don't use TikTok talk and have a conversation. I don't think I've ever had a conversation on TikTok more than one back and forth.
It's also impossible because they don't have a character limit for the messages you could send on TikTok, which is just silly to me.
So, but I find myself using Instagram occasionally more, DMs for messages. Not often at all, but the past couple months I've used it on occasion a few times, but not often do I use Instagram. There's
one that you and I have touched on a little bit. It's a newer one, Yik Yak.
Oh, Yik Yak.
And I like Yik Yak. I like the concept. It's not great for our area, but I like the concept.
I don't use it, but other than the week that I had it.
Okay, I don't know what Yik Yak is.
Okay, so Yik Yak is basically...
Enlighten me.
So Yik Yak is literally, it's all anonymous. It's not like Reddit, though, because it's only, you say whatever you want. I guess it's a certain character limit, kind of like Twitter. But you're anonymous, and it only gets shown to people on the app within 5 miles of you.
So it changes. Your newsfeed changes
based on
your location.
Where your location is.
You upvote and downvote things, but it's basically it's Twitter upvoting and downvoting for the area that you're in.
Like the other night, I posted, there was a bunch of, where I live, there was a bunch of sirens going off. And it was a whole bunch all at once. And I thought, well, what the heck? So I posted on Yik Yak, I was like, hey, anyone know what the sirens are for? What the issue is? And I never really got a response, got a couple upvotes. I guess other people were wondering the same thing. But in those circumstances, you can then respond to that. Oh, hey. So it's kind of like Facebook where people will post that, but it's not. It's more direct. It's anonymous, so you can really say kind of what you want and not have any consequences for it.
Free speech. Is Trump coming back to Twitter?
Absolutely.
Did we think?
I don't know.
Absolutely.
I don't know.
Did Kanye get off Twitter? Did he get kicked off Twitter?
I don't know what's going on with Kanye.
Will he come back to Twitter, and will he get reinstated? It's two different questions. One, will he come back? I don't know. Will he get reinstated? His account will.
Yeah. We'll see what Elon does.
But
I posted one the other night, or actually no, it was today I think. I posted, what is the deal? I don't know if you guys notice this. Dollar General, why they feel the need to have storage carts in the middle of aisles where there's actual merchandise. And I went to 4 different Dollar Generals, and they all had this. I don't know if you guys have noticed this. Posted on Yik Yak, and I got 3 different responses within the first hour. Yeah, that's a Dollar General thing.
What do you mean by
whatever?
Just other merchandise in the middle?
No, like, you know, like if you would go back in the back of a department store, you would see like carts with a bunch of unopened boxes that have
like,
merchandise in them.
Yeah, like
Oh,
right?
I know exactly.
And they're just in the aisles.
Oh, I know the exact reason. I talked to a manager one day about
Why is that?
About Family Dollar, not Dollar General, but same concept here. They said that their management at those chain stores are so bad that instead of taking inventory and ordering what they need, that dollar stores, they just send them stuff on a recurring basis. So if they don't need dog food, and they send them dog food, they don't have another place to put it other than the aisles, because the entire back of the store is filled to the brim.
Family Dollar and Dollar General, not a sponsor, but they could be.
Not we just bash them for their poor management style.
Also,
but,
can we just say, sometimes they're not the best. It is very hit or miss. But holiday decorations at those places, you can sometimes find like the stuff.
Very good. Yes, at Dollar General and Walmart are the first places I'm gonna go for Christmas decorations.
Awesome. Well, for Halloween, I have a little skeleton in my car. Little guy. He's like a shelf sitter where his legs dangle.
Yeah.
I got him at the dollar store for like $4. And I was like,
steal.
I'm definitely getting him. He's so cute. He just dangles his legs, little legs dangle, and yeah, no.
You can get some decent, like, not anything crazy, but some decent furniture from some of those stores too.
Oh yeah,
like shelves and whatnot.
Yeah,
Walmart.
Yep.
Heck yeah.
Well, Dollar Generals are even better because they're a lot cheaper even at Dollar General. Yeah. Now, maybe less quality, but if you just want a shelf and you don't need it to look like it's made out of oak, you know what I mean? Like,
I like roses for furniture.
This is good.
We've gone completely off topic. Let
me get back to Yik Yak just for a moment.
Doesn't make a difference.
I had one comment about Yik Yak. I think that we would see a change, and I haven't been on it for probably a month, but a change in our area when people find out about it. I think it's newer in its life stages, and that when we downloaded it, it was in more of a city university, so there's more users and more content. Here in this rural area, I don't think that we have the user base. Now, if we went to Frostburg State, to the university,
that's true.
I think that we would change what we'd see, because I think that a lot of the college kids would have it.
I have noticed a little bit of an uptick in the last month since I've had it. I have noticed that there are a little bit more postings.
I didn't even know what it was.
Yeah.
So like, if it grows.
You don't know what it is,
grow.
right? Absolutely.
So, I mean, as long as it keeps keeps living.
Yes.
Keep updating. Just keep updating your apps, people.
Yeah.
Don't add stuff. We don't
Instagram, get on it. Take everything I said and fix it.
Here's a question too: is when is too much too much? Because if you look at our link tree and you think of YouTube and TikTok and Instagram and Twitter and Facebook and Yik Yak, and you get on through here. When is too many social medias to actually use? Because you don't want to like to suck up your life when you're on your phone 24/7. And sometimes, in some days, I'm on my phone 24/7, and I blame that on me wholeheartedly. But when is too many?
See, I can't imagine what else there could be. Like, sure I can't imagine more, but somebody can come up with something. And if you would have asked me 2 years ago, before Yik Yak, before Be Real, honestly, before I even had TikTok, I would have said, there doesn't need to be anything else.
Right.
And I honestly do wish that there would just be sort of like one main one that had everything that you were looking for. Right.
There's money to be made in social media, and that's why it will never, ever stop being developed. I had a conversation today with a guy. This is against his app. I really like it because it's a whole nother genre. It's about health. But, you know, in order to connect with Gen Zers and to be, you know, involved and make them more involved in looking after their health, what's the one way to reach them? An application on a phone. And there's money to be made there.
Right.
And so there we go in that technology space. And so that's one of the reasons why I think you're never going to see new applications being developed ever go away.
So, I think it's important, like you said, they're going to keep making them. There's always going to be another app. I think you just got to find the ones you want to use and don't try to use all of them. Because if you try to use all of them, you're just going to get sucked in. You're going to be on there forever. And so,
I could never just make social media in my life.
Oh, no.
Like, I mean, I would like to get to the point where I have a little bit of like hey, I'm doing this fun thing and people are going to actually care about it to see it, but I'm not going to be like trying to gain followers through that, if that makes sense.
It's cutthroat because everybody wants to do it.
Right.
Oh, it's 100% cutthroat.
It's crazy, and you have to work. Like, it's hard work to do that stuff, but you have to play to the algorithm.
If I was gonna do anything, it might do something like, obviously YouTube. We're doing YouTube. TikTok, maybe. You know what I mean? Like, not trying to become TikTok. Like, posting funny videos that make people laugh. That's, to me, different than just blogging about random stuff that I'm doing during the day or trying to sensationalize my life. You know what I mean? Like, my life isn't anything crazy. It's just what I'm doing at that point. I'll hop on a trend, try to get some likes from a trend, whatever, not necessarily trying to show, here's my food that I got from my lunch break. Like my photo now.
Right.
I agree.
Well, we went a whole bunch of different places.
Thanks, Tom Brady.
Started to Tom Brady, ended up here.
We didn't know what we were going to talk about when we started, but I think we had a good discussion.
It had everything we wanted to. It had social media. It had relationships. It had news stories. All of that captured in one episode.
In there. It was all in there.
All the little cogs
it's all about
meshed
the friends
together.
we made along the way.
And lost along the way too.
Yeah, we started.
Rest in peace, Vine.
And it's coming back.
And it's coming back.
This is just gonna go all the way off the rails if we continue. But that's the motto of the show. So thank you for liking, commenting, subscribing, all that good stuff. And we need to figure out.
Someone said something.
Somebody did say something.
And, I don't remember what
that was.
Go
grab your other phone there and look at it real quick. We got two comments. We got two comments for what people should do to the like button.
Yeah, and I'm gonna look them up.
That's the new thing we started.
Oh, what should we do? To the like button?
What should we do to the like button?
I want to know.
Oh, I'm gonna tell you.
So while we're looking this up, comment down below for the next episode. What should the person do to the the notification bell, not the like button.
Oh,
the notification bell specifically.
Ring.
What should they
ring
the notification bell?
Ring that notification
Ring the notification bell.
Do that.
Very good.
It's worth
and who's the comment from?
I believe it's your mom, actually.
Huh?
Your mom.
My mom?
Your mom.
Your mom.
Your mom.
Name?
Your mom.
That is my mother. I didn't remember seeing that comment. That's why I was confused.
That's why I said when he said other comments, I knew exactly what I was going to go for the comment because I saw it and I liked it.
I like how my mother puts the most generic thing you could possibly do.
No, you gotta ring the notification bell. I've ring the notification bell. Have you rung the notification bell?
I guess the only thing more basic than ring is click. Click the notification.
I'll take it.
We'll take it.
Ding ding.
So yeah, come up with something for next week, and we'll say it. We'll pin it. We got to pin that comment because we promised.
We can't pin it on. It's on YouTube though. It's on Instagram. So.
Oh, that's right. Okay, yeah. So comment on YouTube, and we will. do that.
It's somewhere down there.
As always, we don't have an outro. We'll see you later.